You can. I wish going live on both was easy, but it's not. It's kind of annoying. But whatever. It's like all reloading or something. It's okay. Butt That's cool. Okay, yeah, I'd never known there was a chatbot for that. That's cool. Cool, cool. See, I don't know what that means, but I can just hope it's fine. Okay, we're starting from scratch though. Whereas this is a brand new project, so how do we do this? How do we want to start this? I can try. So I do want to do this like a pixel art kind of thing. So I do want to make like somewhat of a sprite, and then use that for the size to figure out how big I want the canvas to be. I am thinking of making like a submarine kind of thing. Should be kind of neat. Something a little cartoony submarine. Something like this. Just a quick placeholder is all. Doesn't need to be fancy. I'm not too sure. I say it doesn't need to be too fancy, and then I'm actually doing more than I should. Anyway, something like this. This should be more than more than good enough. Shadow here and there. Sure, something like that. Okay. It's generally Flappy Bird is like a is that yeah it is okay. Flappy Bird is relative. It's more so the concept of Flappy Bird that I'm building rather than actually Flappy Bird. Do you want to grab that though? Let's create a folder. Okay, we want this to be point of filter clamp. I think it's clamp, right? This one, multiple, save. That should be right. No, something's wrong. Oh, compression, none. Right, and I also need to do, how do I edit the sprite? Here we go. I shouldn't have to slice it though, right? So my count should just be one slice. Apply. And now I should be able to do it. Yeah, there we go. It's like a tiny little goldfish now. Okay, I can change the camera size now. Orthographic, overlay. I haven't done this in quite a minute. I don't remember what I'm supposed to do for this. So that doesn't change the size, does it? Well, okay, first let's to project settings. I don't remember what it is. Where do I add in the assets? Here we go. Duh. Is it? I don't actually remember. Yeah, here we go. Okay. It's a Cinemachine Unity registry. Then Cinemachine. There we go. And while we're at it, I'll install the input system as well after Cinemachine is done. I realize I'm not even showing anything. Fuck. Wow, I'm really good at this, aren't I? It is what it is. There we go. And I can install the package or the input system. It does take a minute, doesn't it? Waiting just a little bit more. What do you mean? Using an input system package, but the kittens are not enabled to play. Oh, yeah, no, yeah, that's fine. It'll probably have to restart this, but that's fine. It won't cause too many issues. It'll be okay. If any, at all. Man, that's taking a minute. Go. Okay. So now I should be able to make a new 2D camera. There we go. It's not going to be following anything. It's that is a good point. I don't even know if I actually need this now that I think about it. Let me delete this really quick. Can I do what I want with just the regular camera? Remove this in a machine brain. Dithering, post processing. Render type. I don't actually know. Component. Oh, there is. I see. And now that's actually good. And I will have to make this smaller though, because this is going to be. This is tiny. And I don't think I need that much headroom, so just. 16 times. Sims 20 is 320, so let's try 18. 288. And then also 9 times 18. 62. That is changing the size, right? It doesn't look like it. What the heck? Oh, I see. And okay, that should be fine then. 180 to 180. I'll do 820, and then we'll just apply this then. Okay. Is that? I think that's good enough. Maybe I can make it a little bigger. The camera. I mean. Okay. Cool. Let's do submarine logic. Submarine visual. Separate visuals from logic, as always. Does Flappy Bird have everything? It's in the center, right? Hole in the center? Or no, actually, it's not. Wow. Okay. Is it for desktop though? Is it in the center? Like, it's kind of off center. Okay, that seems okay. So just move this off center here. Wonder whether it does that. Let me mute this really quick. I just want to hear this on my own. It's not bad. It's okay. Okay. So what happens? I assume once it like leaves this border, it's just dead, right? That's the thing. Um, let's add a rigid body 2D. And then let's just really quickly folder battery scripts. Let's make a new script really quick. Player controller. It's funny because it's already open, but whatever. Okay. Updates. If key code. Is that it? No. That doesn't seem right. Hold on. Give me a second. Wait, here we go. Scripts. It's keyboard. So if keyboard dot current space key is pressed, I want to give it a temporary positive velocity. So how do I do that? It might just be linear, right? Linear velocity. Because I don't want to do the transform position. Maybe I do. Vector 3. Let's see what this does actually first, before anything. And then we'll pop that onto there, and then we'll press play. Yeah, it falls way too fast. Let's see what happens like this. I don't think it does anything. That's the thing. It has mass, so it's gonna continuously go down. And because it's continuously going down, it's also continuously gaining speed. Okay. So I could simulate it as physics, or I could do something different. What that something different is, I need a moment. Okay. So I can give it a let's create a new vector 2. Vector 2. Call it bottom position. And let that equal to and here's 0.3. Right, yeah, okay. Where's the camera at? It's not at 0, 0, 0, which it should be, for sure. Which now this isn't showing up. Why not? That should be 0, 0, 0. This also do that with that's why. That's weird. That's why though. I don't think that's supposed to do that, but I guess. Okay. So the submarine we want at it's 0.3, 0, obviously, and then negative 0.35. That looks good. And then negative 0.3. Nope. Negative, and also let's try negative 1. That's too far down. Okay, so negative 0.7. And then our starting position, vector 2, starting position is equal to new vector 2. I don't want that. I want this to be 0. This one to be negative 0.35. Okay. So that'll get those two positions. In which case, negative 0.350. That'll put him there. That's the starting position. And now, don't do that. Instead of this, okay. Times that delta time. Float fall speed in seconds equals 1f. I'll call it for now. And then we'll say transformed opposition is equal to or minus equals new vector 2 negative 0.35 because the x value isn't going to change. And then yeah, like this. It's ambiguous. What do you mean? Right, because transforms opposition is gotcha. Okay. What is it's vector 3 test position equals new, yeah, it's XYZ. Okay. So I'll change these to vector 3s. Just for the sake of it. And then if keyboard dot space key was pressed this frame, is that really what I want? I should say is no was press this frame. Actually, yeah, that's good. That means you have to do it again. Why isn't this working though? keyboard dot current, right? Current space key was presses frame. Starting position, yeah, that's what I wanted. So save the play, and then hopefully what it should do was not that. What happened? Where did it go? It just got launched into oblivion, I guess. I don't need this. Maybe that's causing issues. I could also, okay, maybe if I tried, oh wait, no, that's obviously gonna cause issues. What am I doing? Okay, do if transform dot, I need to transform dot position does not equal bottom position. Just give me a second. I need to read what I'm doing before I just say I'm okay with it. Okay. Transform dot position. Then we want to let's change the starting. Actually, no, we want that. Position dot y will do that. It's not equal with this dot y. Okay. And then we'll do float bottom y position is equal to, yeah, we'll do that. This doesn't have to be point y, it could just be y position like that. Okay. Now if its position isn't negative 0.7 on the y, it should come straight down instead. Well, it won't do anything until I add something in this, but that's what this will do. It'll execute this code. Okay. So translate dot, interesting. Maybe. I'll think about that for in a second though. So instead, what we want to do is okay, transform dot position dot y is equal to math f move towards. That's interesting. Small false. Wait, what? I'm not like fully sure how delta time works, to be honest. Math f dot move towards. I do want to know. It's fine. How towards? I don't understand. Okay, hold on. Position y is equal to this is what it's telling me it is. Because it's not a variable. Okay. How do I okay. Oh, first of all, let's do that. Okay. I cannot modify the return value or transform by that position because it's not a variable. Gotcha. Okay. But I can get it because it's okay. That's okay. Okay. I get it. Okay, so what if I did starting position? I actually did bottom position. New vector 3. 3, 5, just like this, but 7. What was it? It was 7, right? 0.7, negative 0.7. 0.7, okay. I'm gonna do this as a y value. And this is a vector 3 as well. And then we'll just do is this not how this works? How the fuck? Okay, that's a really good question. How does this work? How does move towards work? It calculates a straight line position between a current point and a target point without exceeding the specified maximum distance. Okay, so that's what it does, but how does it work? Max distance? Oh, the max distance step it can take. Yeah, that makes sense, right? Oh, it's transform that move. Oh, wait, what if I did this though, actually? Transform dot position is equal to vector 3 dot move towards rather than math dot move towards. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Oh, that seems right. Okay. Hopefully it is right. That's I don't think it's supposed to be doing that. Okay. Well, it's just shaking now. So okay, so would it be better to like try to simulate this in code or try to use Unity's physics simulator? That's my question. Because Unity has its own thing where you can simulate the physics, and I don't know if that would be easier or better in general, or if it would be better to what's the word? Do it all here in code like I'm trying to do. Um, Okay. Okay, yeah, do it all in code. That makes sense to me. Um, maybe I don't. I'm just putting shit in at this point because I'm thinking maybe it's because every time that it's not that position. No, because now it's just not moving. Now it's not doing anything. If this is equal to this, there's only one spot that it can be equal. So we can try it like this instead. Because if it's not equal to the bottom position, then I'm pretty sure it teleports it straight up and tries to move it down every single frame. I mean, that's a start. Hold on. What if I tried bool is falling is equal to false? Go to true. It should be true by default. Actually, let's do false by default. Okay. That really won't work, will it? Huh. Man. I'm gonna test the just the vertical one. Just go into here. No, it doesn't. That's lovely. Oh, neither of them did. Oh, that's not so good. That's okay. Okay. So what I'm thinking is that this doesn't give it a pause, and that's the problem. So if I do and not is falling, so if falling is false, or no, if it's true, we don't want it to do that, right? So okay, no, it would have to be false. Hold on. If let's try this transform dot position is equal to starting position, then his falling is true. And that way we can do it like this. If is falling is true, I should change that to, oh no, that's right. Then we change is falling to false and do this. And that should lock it because then that means that. And then it won't go back to the starting position until what? Until the player presses the button. In which it will unlock that afterwards. Maybe it dropped like 2 blocks or two. What is your position? Negative 0.2. It drops to negative 0.2, and I don't know why it stops. Okay, just for a moment, let's try. Let's comment that out really quick. Let's just try adding this. See what it does just on its own without any if statements. That's what, that's fine, yeah. It does that. Is it because it does it every frame? No, it shouldn't be. I should probably pause that. I can imagine that's it, right? Huh. Okay, what if I tried something simpler? What if I did? I don't know about these. Just ignore those for a second. Transform dot position is equal or minus dot y minus equals fall speed in second. I don't know, not fall speed in second. 2 minus equals 0.1f. I don't know. I'm not sure I can do it like that though. I think I have to. I think I have to do the whole thing. So it would be bottom position. Fall speed. I'm gonna just call it fall speed. Like that. No, just like that. We'll ignore these other things that I made so far and just do vector 3 is equal to vector 3 fall speed is equal to no vector 3 0.01 5. Minus plus or minus equals. Just get the dropping done first. Why did it go up? Hello? Where did it? Why did it go into the stratosphere? Hello? And play again. That's because it's subtracting a negative number, which makes a positive, so it's gonna go up. Duh. That seems like it should have been obvious. Okay, now it should go down. Good. It's going down faster than I want, but that's a start. Okay. Jeez, that's a 1 really quick. Which means I don't need these or this. Let's do vector 3 jump speed. I'm gonna do fall and jump like this. I'm gonna do vector, not vector, float fall speed, and then float jump speed, just like that. Okay. Then we'll replace these. Am I not allowed to do that? Oh, not negative full speed, my bad. No, I'm still not allowed to do that? What the heck? Okay. Equals new 3-0. So, that was weird. Okay. So why can't I do that? Field initializer cannot reference a non-static field, method, or property. Player controller full speed. Okay. So this doesn't work because why now? I don't. Is it because it's a. Huh. Okay. So what do I do? I don't really want to make it a static number. Because it's. Okay, so. Because I want to make it a serialized field. A serialized field would make it easier to keep testing this without having to keep rewriting it over again. I mean, if I. Maybe if I put it in a week. I'm not sure what this means though. Like, I can try putting it into in a week. I don't. I don't know if that's exactly what I should be doing though. Do I put these in here? No, because they're gonna need the. Okay, that works. But that only. Oh, I can do. Hold on, actually, vector. Stop it. Stop. 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 Vector 3 fall, and then vector 3 jump. Like that. Okay. What is this? Oh, yeah, I can just do this. Cool. So it should plus fall, and when I do that, it should transform position up. Up should be more than that, though. Probably 1. Right, what I was doing before would only ever bring you to the starting position. That doesn't work. Especially if I'm trying to, like, go higher. I'm pressing. Oh, it just. It just brings me back there. I shouldn't do that. Oh, plus jump, my bad. Plus equals. Now let's try that. Also, he is jumping too fast. I can serialize these actually. Serialize field. Which means I can now just, instead of going to the code, I can edit them from here, but it's not giving me the other one. Why not? Oh, there it is. Full speed is still too much. Oh no, the problem is that it's too little. My bad. 0.01, 0.5. No. It needs to be smaller. 0.05. I don't, because I wanted to go slower. Okay. Now the jump speed isn't high enough. Okay. That's it works. It works. It does what I wanted it to do. It's not exactly. It's just not smooth. It's not smooth. Okay. So I got the speed tuned. Speed is correct now. Current targets max distance. Let's put 100 there. just for the sake of it. See what it does when I press space. That's not quite what I want either. What the? Yeah. So right now it's because the jump is an instant movement. This fall is updating every frame, but the jump is like straight away immediate. So it's not doing anything. Hmm. Okay. What can I try? I'm trying to think. I have an idea. I have an idea. Yeah. Okay. Let's try. We have the fall speed and we have the jump speed that we want. Maybe we'll see. Um, okay. Ow. Let's try at the end of this being transformed opposition plus equals movement. And then we'll do another vector 3 movement is equal to vector 3. Yeah, cool. Okay. Vector, oh, no, sorry, movement is equal to plus equals movement. So it's dot y plus equals full speed times delta time. Yeah, okay. No, velocity. Do max full speed here, max jump speed here. I don't know if I'll need these ones yet, but we'll see. Velocity. It's gonna be float velocity is equal to 0f. Yeah, okay. And then we'll do if keyboard.current.space key dot was press this frame, velocity is equal to max jump speed. And that way it adds the velocity. And maybe we should do movement dot y. I'll change that to the max jump speed. And that way, because it's adding velocity, and velocity is always. Well, that's fine, yeah. And actually, we'll probably add max fall speed, which this should be lowercase. Then we'll do if movement.y is greater than or equal to max full speed then okay. The y is greater than or equal to max full speed. Then do nothing actually. If it's less than, we'll do this. The y is less than the max full speed, then we'll add the max full speed, which is negative. It should be greater. And transform movement. Okay. Please work. There's a lot of variables here that I can get rid of if this works. Okay, it worked. Kind of. Oh no, it worked. It worked. It just. What the fuck? Okay, it worked. Just the problem was the max jump speed was a little too much. Okay, so I'm gonna stop that really quick. Let's get rid of this. I don't need this or that. I'm pretty sure I got rid of this as well. Movement is there. Velocity, don't need that anymore. Okay. So this is what we have. Save this. Let this rebuild. We want this to be smaller, much smaller. There we go. Still want it to be smaller. Damn. Okay. 5 maybe. Where did you go? It's coming back. Perfect. Okay. Perfect. That's took way too long, but yeah, we got it. Okay, cool. And of course, we don't want to let it go down too far, so it's just 0.47. Assume it's the 4.8, 0.48. Okay. Negative 0.47 and 0.48. Let's do void movements. And do floats upper bounds. Let's see what that's. Lower bounds. We'll do that. I'll actually put that up here. Okay. Transformed opposition y is greater than the upper bounds or equal to. Set the transformation to 0. Same for the lower bounds. Let's do movements, boundaries, everything else separated. Put that in there. Okay. Do this. And do movements, boundaries, just like this. And then we'll call movements in here. There we go. So this handles the movement, this handles the boundaries, and this handles the calling of all this as well as the keyboard press. Make sure that all works. Should drop and it shouldn't get any lower than this if it does work. Okay. Okay, so that's an issue. Because it's at the lower boundaries, it stays at 0 and it will not change from 0. do lower bounds plus 0.01. The same thing here, upper bounds. What a minus. I do feel like that's going to interfere with the spacebar though. What just happened? It just went to the shadow realm. Okay. Why do you keep doing that? What the hell? Okay, so oh no, I get why, because it's not enough. It's right, okay. So it hit the lower boundary. It got slightly below it. And then I added 0.1 or 0.01 or something like that, which pushed it a little bit higher, but not high enough to go above the boundary. And because the velocity was just downward, was just building, it fucking zoomed downwards, which means it just wasn't enough. But I don't want to have to figure that out every single time because it's probably going to be slightly different every time. I don't want that. I need a solution that works for every scenario. So try this. We'll figure out how to make this work. Mm-hmm. I mean, I can just as easily give it a like an actual. I don't want to do this. I don't want to think about it. I'll just get rid of this. Get rid of movement boundaries. Okay. Make sure this works first. Kind of. Why did that stop there? You were doing so well. Okay. Okay, hold on. I had this down. I don't know why it's. So why is there no S there? There we go. Okay. I had this down. I don't know why it's not working anymore. Genuinely, why are you here? I don't know what was causing it to stop. I don't know what is causing it to stop. It's still going. Did I? Because it's supposed to be going to the max full speed, no matter what. I don't know why it's. Oh, that I accidentally put the transform in the if statement. That would be why. 9 times out of 10, it's just a careless mistake. Okay, I'm gonna put physical borders. I'm gonna start by adding a rigid body to this, making it static so it doesn't it's not affected by gravity. Then we'll create empty. Call this border. We'll give this a rigid body and a collider. Given that the submarine is only on this side and it's not going to go forward or back, I don't think it needs to be this wide, but it is. So I'll do the same thing for this too. And then I'll change this to a negative offset. Okay, I also forgot this. Oh, that's interesting. Where's this? Why is it not? You're so weird. Okay. It's like no wonder. Okay. Next should be 0. I do want to be more precise than this. Okay. There we go. Border on up and down, and then we can add a. I don't think I need a collider for that one. Just the rigid body, I think. Oh, we'll see. We'll see by testing this first. Okay, dokie. They're not ease triggers, right? No. Okay. So I need a collider on 2 objects, or on both objects, and the rigid body on 1, not the other way around. Little forgiving with this. That still did not work. Where are you going? No, that's not gonna work though, is it? Because it's not the physics engine that's dropping it into the box. It's the code. Okay, which means that that's for nothing. I can't do this. I have to do it a different way. I can't do it this way. I will need that collider though. The collider will be for other endeavors, but not for this. Okay. Hello. Oh, that's lovely. Oh wait, is this working? Be weird if it was. Okay. How do I? So if I can't use Unity's physics engine because its movement is all math based, not physics based. They are code based rather than. It's hard to explain. It doesn't use the physics engine. It is snapping to positions rather than the physics engine moving it. So I need. I can't just set the movement to 0. That's loud. I have an idea what to do for the max jump speed, but it's the fall speed that's like the real issue in my head right now. So once it reaches the bottom, it can't be set to 0. Um, I don't know. thinking maybe like adding a velocity. Adding a velocity would be backtracking. Not really keen on backtracking on that. Okay. Reach 0. Right? I reach the bottom. I can't push them up. And I push them up, that kind of ruins the entire point of pressing space to go up. I can see if I guess, okay, what if I can put transformed opposition out here. Then I can put this one here, in which case, if movement dot y is less than or equal to the lower bounds movement dot y is equal to 0. Okay, which is what I had before, except now I'm putting the keyboard movement after the movement, and then I'm transforming it. So when it hits the bottom, it should stop, and then it should wait for me to press the space button. And I should do the same thing for the other. I think the other one is also already. Should I do that before or after? Hits the top, set it to 0, then fall. It should be before this. So if movement dot y is greater than or equal to the upper bounds, set movement to 0, then we start subtracting, and then if it hits the lower bounds, we set it to 0. Just given based on what it's doing and how it's moving, I think that is exactly how it needs to be. Okay, it didn't exactly work, did it? Okay. Movement.y is greater than the upper bounds or equal to. It's equal to 0. Try them as else ifs. No. Okay. Mm, being half asleep while doing this isn't a good idea. I will say that for a fact. Uh, Still no. Okay. So update movement if movement if the y value is greater than bounds. Oh, that's also an issue. It should be the transform position. Position y. Then it should okay. It sinks. It's why is it sinking? I see why it's sinking. That's kind of hilarious. Okay. It's greater than the upper bounds. It can't be lower, but if it's lower than that, okay, yeah. Okay, let's try like this again. It shouldn't sink, but it should do that. And it should just hard cap there. I will say I do want it to be a little higher though. feel like it's not that either. I think it's what's the starting position again? I think it's 0.35. No, that's 0.35. I think it's the velocity. Yeah, it is. Oh, well, let's do it that way then. It'll go slightly under. Sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't. That's okay. Everything works out. That's not normal. Hmm. It's a little buggy. That's okay. Is it going down? No. Okay. Let's make a thing. Okay. No. 64 by 64. Copy this one, paste it over. Is that even big enough? I don't think so. I'm not going to risk it to 128. Actually, pretty sure. No, actually, yeah, let's do 128. Okay. Given what I'm trying to do, actually, I probably want something even bigger than that. So let's try 256. Okay. Box. In. Okay. Sports. Oh, okay. I think column I can never fucking remember. Okay. Let's actually grab those now. My bad. Projects. Flappy Bird. Okay. Grab these prefabs. Drag them into prefabs. Okay. Sure, they are multiple clamp, point no filter, and none. Save for this one as well. Multiple clamp points, none. Apply. Editor. Play mode, my bad. Editor, slice. Cell size. Nope. So count, my bad. There we go. And one slice. Apply. Done. Two. So count on one. Slice. Apply. Done. Okay. Well, these are bigger than I thought they were. Interesting. Yeah, they're way bigger than I thought they'd be. What the fuck? I don't think I was really paying attention, was I? Okay. Change canvas size again. Do like this time. Okay. Let's go to let's call them 1. Yeah, that's loud. Okay, there we go. Let's delete these and recreate them. I don't think I need to put them as multiple. I think I can just. Did I just do? Oh, okay. I think I just point no filter and then click none and apply it, and it's good. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So do column pair 1 logic. Go that twice. Column pair 2 and column pair 3. Okay. Okay. Let's delete these. And we can just work on this one and fix it from there. Go do that. And then this. Okay. So that one flips them, and then this one will offset them a little bit. I do also think they need to a little more space. So I'll set these the other way. Okay. So the whole point of these is to slide this way. If they collide, it's game over. That's going to be a lot of trial and error trying to figure out what the best amount of whatchamacallit would be. The best amount of force in order to make sure I can go through without crashing like every time. Okay. And also, the reason they're so big is so that I can do this and move them on a slightly different axis. Or that way, like, I can jump down here, up here in the middle. And there's a little variation between the two. There's only two different ones, but they are in different orders, so hopefully that'll create enough variation. Let's create a column script. I want to see what a good spot is for these. So 0.2, it's pretty alright. Let's see. 0.25, probably the better one. For pair 1, and then towards the bottom is pretty close to the same thing. Negatives 0.25. Is that same one good for this? Negative as well? Yeah, okay, that's pretty good. 0.25. That one won't work. It could work, actually, it could work. It could work assuming I move these down a bit. And then if I do this, 0.5 works perfectly. Okay, cool. That makes it easy. That means I only have to make one script for all of them. So now I need to open the script first. I need to call them. Yeah, I figured. This is gonna bother me, so I'm gonna just give me a second. Genuinely fucking OCD. It's like 50-50 on whether or not there was an N in there. I just couldn't place it. Okay, and I also need to reopen it first. And I need to change it here too. Okay. They still did not need to be that tall, and the music stopped. That sucks. Okay. So I need a script to bring them. Okay, how far do they need to come to the side though, actually? Um, 1.1. 1.1. Also good. 1.1. Also good. Okay. Does that mean negative 1.1 is good for them as well? Okay. So they will start at 1.1. They'll probably actually they'll start like this. 1.1. I'll put this one here and then this one here. So their starting positions would be 1.1, 1.6. The other one should be 2.1 then. Let's do that. Okay. And they'll start moving towards the player once they reach here. Once they reach negative 1.1, they'll teleport back. Now, should I create prefabs of them? Is the next question. Could I have prefabs? Because if I had prefabs, I can make it so that they, what's the word I'm looking for? They go back towards. I can have more than 3 on the screen at a time. I don't have to creating different column pairs like this. I can also create a little timer as well. Okay. Let me like do this really quick because it's 1.6, so it should be 2.6. Okay. Do this, change it to 2.6, and then move them all over. Once it gets about there, it'll teleport over here. I am gonna want to do more though. It'll go there. The spacing will be a little bit wide though. which case I'm pretty sure I can do 1.1, 1.65. Yeah, okay. 1.65. This would be 2.2, and then 2.75. And once these go forward enough, once I get about there, this one will teleport back to 1.1. Yeah, that's a good distance. Okay, cool. Okay, I don't need to make prefabs then. I can just these are good right here. I'll probably rotate them by 180 though, just to be. Actually, I think this is. I'm gonna delete this one and copy this one because this one doesn't have a 180 like that. Okay. 2.75. Okay. Just like that. Okay. So then we will take the transform dot position. I'll make a serialized field. Did I spell that wrong? I did spell that wrong, didn't I? Oh, serialized field, my bad. I really should make them all capital like that for that isn't like that. For these ones, that's fine. Okay, 2 is gonna be way too much though. I'm gonna do 0.0 0.01 to start. And it's serialized so I can edit it later. Um, movement, do a vector 3. Vector 3 movement equals new vector 0, 0, 0. Actually, to avoid awake, to movement equals new vector 3 negative, yeah, like that. And then we'll just do this. Okay. Plus equals movement. And with that, they'll just start sliding to the left. And they will continue sliding to the left forever, but whatever. column script on each of these ones. Okay. Just play that. Still have a feeling it's going to be a little bit fast. Yeah, it is. Oh my. Okay. Honestly, given that it's multiple different ones, I have a feeling a serialized field is actually going to be worse. Um, because then I have to manually edit it on 4 different ones. Okay, that's better. It's better. Okay. I'll have to change the jump strength. Please tell me it's not. Okay. Jump speed, we'll do that at 1, which ironically enough is the speed of the columns right now. Okay, that's way too little, I guess. Oh, I suppose if I make the jump speed less than the fall speed, then it's just a pain. Gotcha. Yeah, no. Yeah, for sure not. Make this a little bit less. 0.01. Oh, it is less already, isn't it? Okay. It's cut in half. No, actually, I do want that as what it was. For the needle. Cool. Okay, yeah, that's perfect. I like that. I like that. I do like that. Now I just need void starting position, and then we'll make that a function. Oh, it starts not able. Okay, and then we'll do starting position here. Or We'll just do update position because there's going to be no difference between the two. Okay. And do vector 3 new position. New position dot y. It's gonna be this, except the range is going to be negative 2.25 and then 2.5. Okay. So when it starts, it should update that position and then it'll keep moving. And then want void, what do we call this one? Restart path. We'll call it that. So first what we'll do is update position. Yeah, let's update position first. Transform.position is equal to equals new vector 3 1.1 0 0. All these are F. So then they'll all teleport back to 1.1. They'll have a random position for the y value between negative 0.25 and 0.25. It'll update this right there. This one will always have the 1.1 as the x value and this random number, and then that'll restart the path. If transform.position.x is less than or equal to 1.1 f, I don't like it giving me suggestions because I'm like, I don't want to read through your suggestion to make sure it's correct. I just want to do my own thing. There we go. Okay. If that's the case, then do this. And then we'll just continuously call restart path. And we'll do it here. Okay. Play. These should be not doing that. What the hello? That ain't quite right. What did I do? Oh, this should be negative. Yeah, it should be negative, otherwise it's just gonna keep teleporting it back. Yeah, if it's less than... Yeah, perfect, okay. Okay. It didn't change the positions. I am probably gonna give a little forgiveness in the in touching the things like that right there. Like I can be really strict and make it so that would have destroyed the whole thing. Or I could be really nice and be like, nah, it's fine, and just, yeah. I do not know why it's not updating the position, though. Update position, new position. Oh, I see. Okay. That should be fine, though, if I did this. Transformed up position equals position. If I wrote it here, it should be fine. Because it's just at the start, and at the start, it's always going to be. Oh no, 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 never mind. No, not at all. Never mind. So if I do that, it's gonna put them all at 1-1. Yeah. See, some things I can catch. Other things I'm just really fucking bad at understanding. I there's just no way to tell which one I'll be until it fucking happens. Hmm. Um. Okay. So how do I? Because I can't just update the position directly. It's. I mean, I could just transformed opposition is equal to new vector 3 fucking transformed opposition dot x, then the random range, and then transformed opposition dot z. I could do that. This will work. I'm pretty sure. And that when I click play, these should go into a random position like immediately, rather than waiting to cycle through. Yeah, I mean, they moved. That's no, yeah, they know they for sure moved. Okay, yeah. Oh, what's the? Okay, no, I get the range. Okay, cool. I didn't actually. I tabbed it in, so I didn't actually pay attention to what range it was. is mildly entertaining. What am I doing? I get lost track. It was entertaining enough for me to just keep doing it. Okay, okay. What now? What next? What next? So, so I'm doing games from what's called the 20 games challenge, and there's a list of games that I can go for. I'm not gonna do all 20. I'm just learning, doing this to do whatever. And featuring many first game tutorials, so that's cool. Cool. The goals: create a really long level and hope the player never gets to the end of it. It will make more sense if you can create obstacles when you need them, which I can. The pipes will move off screen, never to be used again. You may want to delete them if they are no longer useful, or better yet, reuse them by moving them to the right side of the screen once they move off the left side, which is what I'm doing. Cool. Stretch gold. Damn, what are the stretch goals for Flappy or for Pong? Oh, okay. So I am missing some stretch goals on the Pong game. That's unfortunate. Stretch goals for Pong were add a menu and allow the player to reset the game. Can't do that. Add some basic sounds. I have not done that, so I can't do that. Play sound every time the ball collides with something, and every time a player scores. Um, yeah, I haven't done any of those, so that's gonna be something to work towards. Lovely. This is lovely. It is okay though. Right now we're doing Flappy Bird. So what are the goals here? Add some sound each time a player gets a point, and when a player loses. Add a basic game over screen to display the player's score. Track the high score between play sessions. That's going to be different. I'm not sure how to keep track of stuff like that. Add some background art, try layering the background, and yeah, parallax scrolling. I wanted to do that. This is going to take a minute. Yeah, it's going to take a few times or a few days at minimum. Like, gotta find some sounds. I'm hoping that adding sounds won't be too hard. I've never done that before. I am new to Unity, so where do I go next then? I want to see like because that really didn't feel all that random. It felt like a little path. I want to see what it looks like if I. Okay, yeah, no, yeah, it's definitely that's good. We're good. That's good. Next thing I need to do is score colliders, that kind of thing. A composite collider 2D. Okay. Let's just remove. I'll remove them both then. Damn. Start with this. My glider. I do want the polygon glider. Or do I want the color? Wait. It's right. It is this one I want, right? Yeah. Okay. Okay. And as I said, I'll probably have to be a little forgiving with this one. Like, if you scrape the edge here, you're just dead. Or I can be like, hey, you got a little bit of life in you. Honestly, I think at this point, if you hit up here somehow, you're just gonna die, so it doesn't matter. Two of them. Okay. Okay, and then down here doesn't matter as much. Say as I continue adding to the collider, I should probably even make this smaller because there's no need for all of that. The rest of it's just visual, just in case. Honestly, I think I should probably just delete them. Delete them, work on their delete them, remake them, because their colliders are going to be 0.65, 2.2, 2.75. Yeah, because they're not going to have the same colliders, and I want them to, so I'm just going to do this. In fact, I'm only going to make two of them. Add empty score box. That's what I'll call that. Okay. I know how to collider to this too. Make it a trigger. Okay. And then this one. add a box collider again, and then this time I'll, can I rotate it, actually? I don't think I can. Let's do a polygon, I guess. How do I delete? I want to delete just 4 of them, or just one of them, but like I don't know how exactly. There we go. Okay. Right. This one. It's been offset, so I need to fix that. 0.07. So this one will be 0.07 as well. No. Okay, so that's not how that works. What are you actually? Oh, it's because I'm clicking the wrong one. Okay. 0.107. Got it. 0.107. Okay. That collider is now in place. And then I have the score box collider, which remains on the score box. Just now that I'm thinking about it, I think I can. I don't need a score box. No, not on you. Not bad. Box collider for this one. Is trigger. Can I regret. I regret this. Okay. Can I custom collider? I don't. How do my other colliders work? I've never had to do multiple colliders on this that do different things. Wait a minute. Okay, hold on. Can you tag them? No. No. Okay. Yeah, I think what I had before was better. Whatever. Maybe not better, but easier. Score box on each of these. Okay. Add a collider. Polygon. Okay. And then a box collider for this one. Okay, I think it's now time for the game manager. Game manager. The score box. And I don't need to make a new one because the column script will have the damage on it. Okay, cool. So open the game manager, open the score box. Alright, cool. Game manager. You have int called points or scores equal to 0. The way that I have the column script, I'm realizing it's not good for if the levels to be reset rather than just like ended. It's gonna, if I try to do a reset script, it's not gonna move the columns back to where they need to be, which is a problem for probably obvious reasons. Um, hmm. So what then? Hmm. I can I can cross that bridge when I get to it. It's not important right now. Right now we're just trying to make something that's functional. It's not going to mess anything up either if I wait for it. So int score, we have int or void update. Sorry, void update score. Plus plus. Yep, there we go. Okay. Keep the debug log just in case. And column script and score box script. So let's see. Do void. I do need to is trigger on each of these score boxes. Okay. void on trigger exit 2D collider other if other dot get components. What is it called again? Player controller. If other dot get component player controller. I don't like that it's highlighted. So if the other object has the player controller script in it, instance game manager instance update score. Oh, static. My bad, static. Public static. There we go. Okay, cool. Okay. So now the score, assuming like, okay, hold on, just give me a second. Let's do this really quick. Which one is the correct one? This one. Okay. Okay. Perfect. Okay, cool. So we'll make another one of these. Make that 3. And then if I change this to an 80, oh, that works too. Cool. I do need to change this. It's negative. Other than that, it's good. Okay. Change this to 4. I think I will need to fully change this one actually. Yeah, because it's not going to match. Okay. That's fine. That's a good point. I should do that. Okay. Let's add the. I probably should have done it before. Let's add the score box to each of these. It just made it a little faster if I did, that's all. Interesting. I do need to change. It's 1.1. 1.65. 2.2. And then 2.75. Um, realize that is not what I meant to do at all. Okay. Hold on, let me just. Just want that one there. And that one there. So just get its offset. And I'll fix this. Okay. And then 2.75. Okay. Better. What was the next thing I was doing? Oh yeah, why isn't it existing? Why isn't it working? This box collider. Oh, these score boxes are these are on trigger. I don't know what it is about like on trigger stuff. I always have issues with it. I don't know like what exactly it is. Okay, so this leaves. Does it need to have a rigid body? No. So what am I missing on one of them? Create one object that serves as the trigger zone. That's the score box. Add a collider, which I did. Add a rigid body. At least one of the two. Yeah, at least one of the two interacting game objects must have a rigid body, which I do. Okay. The other option is because I'm not getting any error about the other thing, so I'm gonna say debug.log attempting to update score. Okay. So this debug log fires. That means it is working. It's not the colliders that are the issue. It's something in the game manager code or in the code, not the physics engine. Still nothing happens. Okay. I will say, I do think that can cause issues. So, given the collider like this, so I think I'm gonna add a box collider. Just like that. Okay. I don't get the problem. Because one needs. Not these ones. So the more I look at it, the more it can't be just a code issue. It has to be. Hmm. The submarine has rigid body. Please do not tell me that you need this. Okay, so you need to be dynamic. Lovely. Okay, well, now it's a code issue. Is what is the only issue now is no, no, okay, no. It's something's wrong with my game manager. That's it. Because they would not uh work at all if because I am getting this one. Hmm. Let me see. Yeah, okay. Because the game manager should be public, should be working. But it's possible that it's null. And if it's null, then that's a whole other thing. Is the heck? Why am I being taken? Why am I being taken? Trigger. Not a trigger. Okay, that explains why I was being taken. Um, hmm. So game manager. I figured this line. Doesn't this line do what I think it does? And it makes it so you can. Huh. Oh, Mm, yeah, I did. I did, didn't I? Hold on. Instance this there. I declared it. I did not assign it though. My bad. There we go. Now, still nothing. What the hell? Oh, it would help if I saved it. Oh, I did save it. Wait, then why? Instance equals this. And then instance dot update score. I'm not gonna be taken by the fucking things that we get out, am I? No, I seem to be fine. I think I need to expand it a bit more because I think I can just as easily do this and skip the score by accident. Yeah, I can. That's unfortunate. Okay. Huh. Okay. That's not what I want. That is absolutely not what we want. God. Okay. Sure. So then what do we want then? Well, okay. Why is the instance still not? Because this wasn't made at first. It was like, okay, it doesn't exist. But then I added this. And now it has a big score. You know what? That would help. I made the script. I did not make the object. Cool. So there's scores, more scores. Okay. Okay, yeah, cool. I just hit a fucking thing. Okay. Scores work. Score works. That's updating perfectly fine. I can close that out of the debug log now. Remove that from the debug log. Actually, I want that in there for now. But I will remove these. And then that'll stay in the debug log until I actually get visuals, but I digress. Next thing. Next thing is going to be remaking, like the column script, because I have to make it so they don't like. I wonder if I can actually do vector 3 starting position and just do that. And then on the awake, do starting position, so you go to transform position, and then it just stays like that. Then you never update it. And then we do void reset. So probably don't have to rewrite everything. You just do this. Transform dot position is equal to starting position. And then where's restart path? Okay. And then we'll call update position first. We'll do this. This works. Set it to the starting position and then pretty much keep the starting position, but change the X and yeah. Okay. So this will reset everything. We'll also do I don't know if I want this private or public right now, but I'll make it private for now. Reset. Do you want this one public? Do column script, column my music's gone again. I wish you would stop doing that. I want music forever. Okay. So that doesn't go here. That goes in here. I'll do column script dots reset. No, my bad. Column dot reset. There we go. That'll reset the columns. I'll also do a reset for the player. Public void reset. Then it's starting position of view again. Negative 0.35. So we'll call this starting position, and then we'll have vector 3 starting position is equal to this right here. Game manager, we're then call the player controller. Let's call him with 1L in it. Column has a 1L in it. I'm gonna scream. This doesn't need that. That's fine. So much empty space. Go away. There we go. Okay. Game manager will call the player controller. Just call player controller. Nice and easy. Player controller dot reset. Cool. So now when we actually reset the game, I sometimes wonder if I am like actually literate, which is worrying coming from a college student. Like, how am I in college and don't know how to spell column? That doesn't even look right. What the column? That's right. It doesn't look right, but it's right. It's spelled right. Okay. It's like when you spell a word so many times, it just leaves your brain and nothing seems real anymore. Okay. So now I have two scripts, or now I have two resets that will reset the position of these columns back to where they are now, and then it'll reset the position of the submarine. It's good. Cool. And then the last thing I need, technically the last thing I need for it to be a full game, is the death. He's death. Okay. So I wonder why it's okay. Score box. Is it because it's trigger? Is that why? I feel like it should have its trigger on its own like collision script and put it on the thing and be like, hey, if you collide with a score box, get a point. If you collide with a column, then you kind of fucked up and you're dead now. But I didn't think that far ahead, so I have to deal with what I have. We'll figure this out. Column. Okay. Void. I should really start writing private on here. Like they are private. They are just by default private, but like I don't know. On trigger enter 2D. Um other. If other dot get component has player controller, game manager instance reset game, cool. Why not? And then it's reset game not public. It's not. There we go. Score points. Okay, cool. All points are scored. Next is to test to see if the game actually resets. No reference exception. This is how you win. Object reference not set to instance of object. What does that mean? Which one isn't? It can't be the game manager because I already fixed the game manager. I don't know, man. Okay. I'm just gonna shove a bunch of debug logs everywhere. Okay. Start with debug log, player found, debug log, resetting game. Let's start with that. Don't close it. Compiler errors. What did I do? What did I do? Where is it? Oh, here it is. Is that there? Okay. Let's try this again. Okay. Player found, resetting game. So it is going all the way to the game manager. And it is doing that. Okay, cool. So I can get rid of this. It's not doing either of those actually. Hold on. And I can get rid of this. Okay, cool. Debug dot log. Resetting column. And then debug scan manager. I don't want this one. Stop. Log resetting player. Stop that. Stop with that. You were lying. There's no errors. See, told you. Okay. See if anything comes out of this. Nothing. So neither of them are column.reset. I don't. Okay. So now this, it's okay. It's this that's not getting to here. Can I create them individually? Maybe as a, I don't know. I maybe I can put them in a list. Like static list columns script columns, I guess. And this will do for if we iterate through each variable column and column script columns, and then have them reset like that. That might work. hope so. Come on. You can do this. There you go. It's not. It's the same issue. I don't want that. I want this. Okay. Oh wait. Do I need to? Did I add them into the column? No, I did not. Okay, hold on. Columns. Add this. I made the list, but I didn't add them into the list. See if that fixes anything. Okay, here we go. Now it's my player that's not working. Hello? Player dot controller reset. Public static player controller instance. Take that. Do I even need this? Is public static too? I don't even think I need this. Okay, that's it. Move it. What the hell? Wait, wait. Okay. That's interesting. I don't like that happened. What the fuck? Create the list. Private vote await. Let's add this. Okay. So now it's the player that's not working though. So it's public static. Oh, I forgot to. I do that. I do end up forgetting to do that. Let's see if that fixes anything. To be honest, I don't even know if this is good practice. I should probably take a look at it a little deeper, but whatever. There we go. Okay. First column's all good. Second column's all good. It does not reset the score though. Third column. Fourth column. I do need to check to see if the ones at the top actually work as well. Okay, yeah, there's work then. Alright. I will do this really quick as well. Int I score is equal to 0. Do that. Okay. If high score is less than score, then high score is equal to score. Got parentheses. Go. Oh, okay. High score is equal to score. We update high score there, and then when we reset the game, also need to reset the score. Okay, cool. Alrighty. Oof. I'm gonna be honest, this is taking a lot out of me today. been quite a bit more than I'm used to. So I'm gonna. It's still early. I'm just gonna say I was gonna go to bed, but it's kind of early. But I think I'm done for the night. Hoping I'll have time soon. I do want to come back to this. I do want to finish this game. I do want to go back to Pong and finish those what are they called? Is this one? Yeah. I do want to go back to Pong and finish these stretch goals. I didn't make an AI script. I need to do that. I don't know how to do that though, so we'll figure it out. Following the ball with the paddle is easy. It makes the opponent impossible to beat. Yeah, that's the part that's kind of haunting me right now. There is. I also need to make it so that the depending on which part of the paddle you hit will create a different variance in the angle and potentially even the speed of the ball. Because I don't like it's kind of like static and really easy to predict. And I kind of want to make it less easy to predict. I also have not added a menu. How the players to reset the game. I got resets, but I haven't like added a menu that lets you reset it. And then adding basic sounds. I haven't done that either. So I haven't done any of that. I need to go back and finish those stretch goals. I'll go ahead and save this for now. Because I do want to just open this really quick. I don't know how long this takes. Compiling scripts. Come on. There you go. There's only one scene. Come on now. Yeah. So this is what I have so far. That's fun. So you press space to make the ball go. As you can see, the ball does not change speed at all. So eventually it becomes pretty easy to predict where it goes. So I do want to make that a bit harder to predict. And then, of course, the AI that I need to build. Oh, and then sounds and stuff as well. Oh, I'll get back to that later. In the meantime, y'all have a good night.